my Blind Mama's Messy Kitchen once again. Unless you are new here, and if you are, welcome. I'd like to thank you for joining us for this sourdough starter series. This is day 7. I don't know what Gladys is doing. I'm anxious to find out since she's in the bigger jar. One thing I haven't been doing is we haven't been marking the jars, which I probably should have been doing for your sake, for those of you who can see. But for my sake, it just really doesn't make much difference other than curiosity factor. But hey, this is trial and error, so I'll do that next time.
Shush.
What is it about turning on the camera that the dogs are like, hey, what about me?
Shh. Stay quiet.
So, anyway, let's check on Gladys, shall we? Okay, so here's Gladys. Got her out of the oven. She's been in there with the light on. Take off her towel. I love this jar, but now I'm having second thoughts about the size of it, because maybe I should have bought 2 of the half-gallon size tall cylinder like canning jars, ball jars, but I'm keeping this one regardless because it's nice. And I'm going to smell it. It's definitely starting to smell more like yeast. And Kate's going to show the inside of it.
Ooh. Okay. Whoa, she is very bubbly.
Okay. Well, someone left in the comment section, is there liquid or is it just bubbly?
Kind of both.
That the liquid means it needs some feed time. And the bubbles is a good sign. So it's fermenting really well, making all kinds of good stuff in there. So we're going to stir it up.
It kind of smells like vinegar.
It's nice and smooth.
And again, she does kind of look like a lighter, not like a lighter color, but like a, not as dark, but it's not lighter. I don't know how to explain it.
So,
Like, it's kind of the same color, but it has like a light tone to it.
okay.
I don't really know. Is she smooth?
Yeah, I got it. Now, yesterday, I ended up ultimately pouring out of the smaller jar that I had, and that was nice, which is another reason I would like to get the taller ball jar, because I think I could pour those. This, I'm not so sure I could pour and actually get it into the funnel. So, I'm not going to try to pour it. We're going to have to do something different today.
Wait, so are you going to have to move her jar again today?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then what do you do when, like, you have this big giant jar and then you have those small jars? Like, because isn't she just going to get bigger and bigger and then you can't put her in the
That's
jar?
why you have to take some out every time you feed her.
So doesn't she stay the same size? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Doesn't she just stay the same size anyway?
But her,
Oh.
I'm going to put this jar of starter to my right. And unfortunately, I don't have another big jar that's going to hold how much we have to feed her tonight. So what I've got here is a 10-cup Pyrex measuring cup. So it's, what I had to do though was I put a little saran wrap, cling wrap here over the spout because I don't have a lid for this. So I'm going to have to put a plate, like a pie plate, over the top of it. And I needed to cover that spout so no air got through. So, I mean, we all know it needs oxygen, but not that much. So
Gladys needs to breathe. She needs to breathe, eat, and grow.
yeah, it's a living, breathing thing, which is really strange to think
And she
about.
has a name too, Gladys.
Oh, the reason I named her Gladys is because I think of Gladys as being like an old-fashioned name. And I think of sourdough bread starters as being old-fashioned recipe. So I thought that would be a great name for my sourdough starter. Okay, so we're gonna do almost what we did yesterday. I'm gonna put my measuring cup right up against Gladys's house.
At first, I kind of like disagreed with Gladys's name because I was like, that's too like I don't know, like it's too.
Okay.
It's too. Yeah.
Anyways, there are some great names on the group. They're awesome. I love some of the names are just. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So, someone suggested that I try using a ladle. And I thought of it and thought of it and thought of it. It might work to ladle some of the starter out and put inside the largest funnel that I have. So we're gonna try that. The scooper worked okay, not the best. So I'm gonna try to ladle it out. It might go a little quicker that way too. So let's see. Get a big ladle full and try to aim right for the funnel opening. Get my finger out of the way.
The dog is there if you need any help.
Oh my goodness, she just, as soon as we pick up this camera, she's just like, I have something to say.
She was quiet, she was on the floor, she was napping, she was snoring. As soon as we turned the camera on, she stood up and started barking.
Okay, I got another ladle full.
It's not too bad, but it definitely works better than the scoop that you had yesterday.
Okay. I will use those scoopers for something else.
I can use them for like...
I'm not great with ladles. That's why I was a little hesitant.
Hey, maybe
because the handle is so long and I feel like I don't have as much control over what's happening, but maybe this will prove me wrong.
Maybe I could use those scoopers when I make my dog biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
That's in another video.
So I'm just going to use a spoon to push some of this down through the funnel, and I'm going to touch the measuring cup and see how much I have to go. Maybe another scoop or two. And I should have had a paper towel handy to wipe my hands off on. For those of my friends that are blind, I have a paper towel laid out here on the counter to try to protect from... Oh, Jerry, get your spoon out of there. Take your spoon out of the funnel before you ladle starter on top of your spoon. Okay.
Sometimes I wonder, like...
Here comes another ladle full.
Sometimes I wonder, like, who is, like, doing it, like, watching your videos and, like, doing it with you. Because there's a lot of videos on it. Mm-hmm. Like, when they started the group, there's a lot of people who have been posting about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I've been wondering, like, who would just, like, maybe, like, stop by our channel and, like, follow our sourdough starter.
Well, I don't know. Just a disclaimer, I'm a total beginner. So if you want to do this with me, please leave it in the comments below that you're doing it right along with me. And I am following Heather from the Kneady Homesteader. Now the puppy's going to start talking.
Shush. Ow.
Okay, so I'm going to finish filling this cup up so you don't have to sit through this again and get my dogs quieted down. We'll be right back.
We're back.
Okay, so I finished doing that. It's right here in this cup. It is going to be equal parts. 1 cup, hello Jerry. 1 cup starter, 1 cup flour. We're doing whole wheat flour, and 1 cup or 200 milliliters of lukewarm distilled water. So let's get this into this big Pyrex. Don't spill it, Jerry, don't spill it. Okay, in goes the starter.
I have a question for you.
I might have an answer, I'm not sure.
Some people feel a bit uncomfortable sharing their name on YouTube. You don't feel uncomfortable about that?
No.
You don't?
No.
Because some people just like don't want to share their name. It's just something they don't want to do.
I get it. I don't mind.
Some people think it's a little too personal, but I don't think so.
Okay, let me grab my wheat flour. All right. That jar would be a nice jar to put my wheat flour in.
Yeah.
Okay. And 1 cup. Getting stuff everywhere.
I feel like you should like take like 3 of those jars. 1 for wheat flour, 1 for bread flour, and 1 for all-purpose flour. And just like label them and put them on that
They're nice.
snack
Okay,
counter over there.
here we go. 1 cup of wheat flour. And I don't use a knife to level off the cup. I just use my finger. Sorry, it looked like it needed a little bit more. All right, so in goes the flour. Here you go, Gladys, have some food.
Eat up.
All right, get my flour out of the way. And in goes the water. I'm gonna turn my Pyrex around so I actually get it in there. All right, in goes the water. And someone asked how I knew, because to pour the water in, I'm using a 2-cup Pyrex measuring cup. Someone asked in the comments how I knew that this was 1 cup in here. Well, I only have 2 1-cup measuring cups, and they were gonna be busy with starter and flour, so I pre-measured before the video and poured it in here and warmed it up. In goes the agua. And now we stir. So I'm gonna get this blended and be right back. Okay, so I've got it all stirred up and we are getting ready to put her lid on, which is a pie plate. I told you that earlier. Got flour on it. That's all I have. I wonder if I should go this way.
Yeah, well, no.
No, that's not. It's fine like this. Yeah.
Yeah, because the other way it's still let air in.
Yeah, and the saran wrap is covering up the spout. So I have the pie plate face up and we're gonna get her towel. And we will say, good night, Gladys. Tomorrow's day 8. I'm super excited. Getting closer to be able to fry some of this up in the pan maybe. Make some fried dough.
Yeah, what are we gonna make with this?
I really want to make bread like really quickly. I'm just craving it now that I've done all this. But pancakes maybe, we'll see.
Does it make a lot? Like how much does it
Well,
make?
you keep, I don't know. I don't know the recipe yet. I've looked some up, but I'm very confused. So I'm looking forward to Heather. I'm looking forward to you walking us through some recipes because I've listened to quite a few videos and I'm like, huh? I mean, it makes sense. It's basically just your flour, water, starter, which is flour and water, and then more flour and water and salt. And but we'll see. I want you to walk us through. So anyway, we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging in there with us while we learn how to make sourdough starter.